Basically, a lot of more analog modeling type filters were added because people liked that and wanted to have that. Also because there is simply nowadays a lot more knowledge out there what kind of characteristics such filters have to have.
Yeah.
There was just a desire to have filters which are closer to the behavior of what you know from analog systems. I think some of them are great and others are not my taste, but this is with filters who have character, that's the case.
Yeah.
I have a little issue with conceptually with the filters which can resonate because there's no envelope after the filters at the output of the operators, and there's no envelope afterwards. So if the filters are resonating, that's something is a bit wrong conceptually there. So I personally would not have added the resonating filters, but then again, you don't need to put the resonance so high. So
yeah. Oh.
What do you think about the filters?
I use fairly much the standard, the clean one.
I personally, for me, I don't need these new filters, but then again, if I want to have analog behavior, I have so much hardware instruments that this is not something I'm looking for in software.
Yep. Concerning your background in engineering and your sensibility to the beauty of engineering, is that the motivation for your wristwatch?
I noticed yours too.
I noted that this is the Max Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Bauhaus.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful wristwatch. It's a
I know.
historic wristwatch. It's so elegant.
And let me tell you a funny story.
Oh yeah.
I bought this after looking at a lot of watches, and next time I met Gerhard Beles, my former Monolake colleague and Ableton founder, and I never noticed it, but he has the same.
That's wonderful.
And that was, of course, like, oh, I didn't ever notice, you know. So we are like-minded in many ways. Gerhard and me went on a holiday in 1995 or something like this, and to the US because we just wanted to. We were hanging out a lot at this time because we studied together at the university and we made music together, and so we decided to go on holiday. And we pretty much had no plan. We were just driving. You know, we came to San Francisco, stayed some time there, then we decided, okay, let's go to Yosemite. And when we left Yosemite, Gerhard said, someone told me there's a beautiful lake which we have to see. I said, okay, fine. It was like 3 in the afternoon. I said, yeah, okay, cool, let's do it. So we drove, and at some point there was kind of a sign to a lake. And we thought, okay, that must be the lake. So we went there, and it was a beautiful lake, trees and water. I mean, really, really beautiful. So we walked around the lake, and then we said, okay, this was really nice. So let's find a motel and leave. And then we just drove straight to find a motel, and then there was the sign Monolake, and Gerhard went, oh, this is another lake. Maybe we should see this one too. And I said, no, we have seen it. We have seen one lake, so let's just move on. So we passed by, and 4 hours later or so, we need to stop at a gas station. And at the gas station, I see a postcard from Monolake. And I look at this postcard and think, shit, we missed that one. So I bought the postcard, went out to Gerhard and said, look what we missed. And so we had this Monolake postcard. And when we came back to Berlin, it just happened that the guys from the Chain Reaction label decided that they gonna release our first record. And so the question was, so what's the name of your project? And Gerhard and me looked at each other, Monolake. For tonight, I make it very conservative, very simple. I'm on stage, and the audience can be wherever they like. I gave well, not really, but I have the feeling that this is a nice, relaxed party environment, and the effort to turn this into a special listening concert does not justify the outcome doesn't justify the effort. So I'd rather do a standard scenario and enjoy myself. If I would perform one of my listening pieces for a seated audience, that would be different then. For the Monolake stuff, it's usually 4 channels and 2 for the monitors. And for instance, Dust, it really depends on how many speakers the venue can have. I performed it with 32 channels once. I use the smaller Motu ones because they just work, and I think they sound okay. I'm not that anal anymore about those things, because I believe the sound quality of all better interfaces these days is so good that this is not the limiting factor anymore. Depends on how you define complexity. The most complex installation I ever was involved with is Deep Web with Christopher Bauder, because this is just a project which really pushes technology to the absolute limits. But there's many people involved, so There's someone involved programming touch designer. There's the CEO of the laser company involved programming his laser controllers. There's me involved with the sound and some max patches for controlling lasers too. There's Christopher's company involved with the rigging of the movement of the shapes in space. So that's a really large-scale production. The installations which I do completely by myself, I would say the latest one I did, Fall, was the most complex one so far, because it was necessary to change my laser software a lot to make it happen. Because what I did the last 5 years is I was building basically my own laser control software, and so now I have kind of a modular synthesizer system for my lasers, and I can do my Lumiere shows with it, but I can also do my installations with the same software, and that became quite a big project. Just 3 launch controls. That's again something which is a decision made out of convenience and reliability. These things were built a few thousand times, and you can get them all over the planet. And if one breaks, it's not a big deal.
So it's a Ryanair-friendly concert.
Yes, absolutely. Which I like as a counterpoint to the things which needs lots of planning. If I do my laser concerts, there's 3 people involved, and shipping and looking at architectural plans and laser safety concerns and insurance concerns and customs concerns and so on and so on. So I really like that my Monolake stuff is something where I go with, I can go by bus to a Monolake show. I mean, that's nice.
For sure.